Just when you think that shooting couldn't get any more epic, they come up with this thing. I give to you the new Epic Scope by Valiant Optics. So it's pretty windy today again. The wind protection on my mic is on. I hope it does a good job. It's gonna go from sunny to cloudy. It's been like this all morning. It's gonna be a pretty variable weather today. Now, let's start with some basic specs on the Valiant Epic. The weight of this scope is 2.3 pounds, the length is 14.5 inches, so it's kind of a big optical gun sight. For those of you who prefer to sacrifice its compactness and low weight for better light transmission and for better image, maybe even use it for competition purposes as well. The magnification range of this scope is 5 to 25 times, which is more than enough for just about any purpose, I'd say. The diameter of the front lens is 56 millimeters, 34 millimeter tube, and it has ED glass in it, which makes for little to non-chromatic aberration. It's also in first focal plane, which is the kind of scopes I prefer. Now, a couple of things more about the scope, and then we're gonna get to the interesting part. It has 6 levels of reticle illumination, focuses from 20 yards to infinity, has more than enough windage and elevation range, comes with the sunshade that I've already installed, also a couple of Allen keys that will fit all the screws you'll find on the scope, a throw lever that you can install on the magnification dial if you so choose, and a couple of scope caps for the front lens and the eyepiece, of course. I'll let you know about the rest while I'm on the go, targeting pests. Now, before we start, I'm gonna have to put some air into my Huben K1 light with the carbon fiber stock by the Wofi Group. And for that purpose, I'm going to use the Ready Air Compressor by AEA Airguns. That gadget is amazing. It can fill up your gun or your bottle to 7,000 psi. If you're interested in it, link to my review video in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Attaching the clamps to my car battery. The fill probe goes into the Huben. Don't forget, the engine of your car must be running. That should do it. This one is at about 70 yards, and I say about because it won't stop moving. I dialed 5 clicks on my turret. It's not gonna be easy. Whoa, it froze, man. Straight down. Okay. Now, this is a mil scope. This means that both the windage and elevation turrets are in mil radians, and so is the reticle. I wouldn't have it any other way. The units of the turrets should be the same as the units of the reticle, be that mil radians or minutes of angle. Yeah, the 38 grain slugs are no joke. Check this out. It just froze as it was swallowing another grain. Guess who's always ready for a nice treat? That is 101 yards. Okay, we need a little over 2 mil radians here. Let's dial it. Whoa, man. The Huben never disappoints. All right. I'm very pleased with the performance of both the Huben K1 Lite and the Valiant Epic Scope. This scope has locking turrets for both the elevation and windage. You pull up, you unlock. You push down, you lock it back again. One more filthy bird for my friend, the cat. And this guy is fairly close, only 50 yards. Straight down. People never get tired of asking me in the comment section, why is it that I do what I do? Why do I shoot the pigeons, the sky rats? Well, this is why. Does this look like a sanitary condition for storing and distributing grain, our food? Because I assure you it's not. Ornithoses, salmonella, cockroaches, and that's just to name a few. Now I don't know what you think, but to me this never gets old. And I think that's one of the younger ones. Enjoy. That'll be 46 yards. A little bit of hold under. That is 80 to 81 yards. And they won't stop moving. Doves and sky rats. One less. Oh, I have to reload. Well, that dove expired before I could load a slug in the magazine of my gun and take a follow-up. Plus, I can see that the cat is already onto it. Yeah, the cat was onto it, but couldn't find it. Spoiled feline. I'm gonna have to feed it to her. There you go, lazy. Now, the elevation turret of the Valiant Epic has a zero stop, which reminds me, let's go back to zero before I forget to. And I would like to delve a little deeper into this, because setting it up is not exactly intuitive in my opinion. Once you know what you have to do, it's pretty easy. So let me show you what it takes to properly set your zero stop for this scope. So we have 3 screws on the turret cap. Here's one, and we have to unscrew them all with the supplied Allen key. Once we've unscrewed them all, we lift the turret cap. On the inner dial there are 3 more hex screws that we have to unscrew with the same Allen key. The result is this inner dial starts moving freely. At this point you can use a 5mm Allen key to zero your gun for elevation. When you're through zeroing your gun for elevation, you must adjust this dial in such position so that it can no longer rotate clockwise. See, the mechanism inside blocks it. I can rotate it counterclockwise so that I can adjust for distance. But no more rotation counterclockwise. Once you've found this position, you can tighten the 3 screws. Replace the turret cap and you make sure you align the zero with the indicator here at the base of the turret. Then you tighten the 3 screws on the outside. And like this you're all set. You unlock your turret, you adjust for distance, nice tangible audible clicks. You can always go back to your zero and lock your turret. This is your zero stop. You cannot rotate it clockwise any more than your zero mark. Well, it feels kind of weird at first, and quite frankly I have no idea if any other manufacturer has the same zero stop design. But once you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy. This one is at 60 yards. Oh, a lot of wind up there. That is fairly close, 35-36 yards, maybe a little more. Yango is more than 40 degrees. This guy's right on top of me. Koringanda. Wow, the pop. That's again 101 yards. I could see it was a low blow, but still I got him. And there goes another pigeon for the cat. That's 101 meters again. No, sorry, that was 101 yards. Well, I think this was my last shot of the day. Also have to apologize, the sound quality must have deteriorated. As you can see, normal lapel mic, its battery just died on me. So now it's just the internal microphone of the camera. I'll try to speak up. My 2 cents about this optical gun sight is it's awesome. I used turret tracking throughout the entire day and it went back to zero every time, no issues whatsoever. Also, the action camera with an aftermarket lens that I use for scope coming simply don't do justice to the clarity of this piece of equipment. You have to look through it to see what I mean. So this video was definitely worth making and I hope it was worth watching for you. Thank you so much and catch you on the next one. Okay, darling, catch you on the next one.